All right, in 3, 2, 1.
All right, so good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to MMPC 2020, the virtual conference booth training. Some of you may not know who I am. I am Tamika Williamson with the council, and we are going to move right into training. I'm not going to belabor the moment, but our training, the platform provider, Communicate, is going to facilitate this training. So I will ask that everyone, if you want to take notes, you can. You will get the recording of this training, so you can go back and review it at your own convenience. And if you have questions, go ahead and just write them down as we go through the session. And actually, Adriana, do you want them to ask questions during the session, or you want to wait until we get to the end?
I mean, they can start typing them, so when we get to the end, I can start responding to those.
Okay, so what we'll have you do is go ahead and type your questions in the chat box, because depending on time, if there are too many questions, what we'll do is we'll create a response, a formal response, and send it out to everyone as well. Because as you can imagine, there's a lot of people on this line, and that could belabor the moment, and we have to be mindful of the time. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Adriana, and the team, so that way we can go ahead and get to the fun part.
Perfect. So welcome everyone. As Tamika said, my name is Adriana. I'm from 6Connects, and I'm going to show you how you're going to get in on the live dates to your booth and how you're going to manage. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start here by putting my email address, which is exactly what you're going to have to do. Okay, you're going to have to go ahead and click log in. On the day of, you're not going to get this page. Okay, right now we only have this page because we haven't opened the event yet, but you're not going to get this one. You're actually going to get directly into the lobby. So when you get into the lobby, you're going to have at the left a menu bar. Okay, from this menu bar, you're going to go ahead and click on the third icon, which is going to take you to this directory. Okay, here you're going to find the exhibit halls. So it depends on which one you want to go. In this case, I'm going to go to the first one, the BOE, and I'm going to click here, and it's going to take me to my exhibit hall. Once you are here, you're going to be able to find your booth in here, okay, in this view of the directory, or you can scroll and find your booth, okay, one way or the other. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go to this booth, okay. Once you are in your booth, okay, and you're going to be in as reps already, you're going to find these options in here. Okay, you're going to have the rep dashboard, and you're also going to have a public chat. So in this case, I'm going to start by showing you the rep dashboard. Once you click on the rep dashboard, what is going to happen is you're going to get this window. Okay, this is only available for the reps, so no one else can see it. You will have several tabs, as you can see here at the top. The first one is the attendees. This is the list of the attendees that are in your booth. Okay, so as you can see, we have 2 attendees here. Okay, both of them from 6Connects, because I had them to join so I can demonstrate this. So you're going to have them here. Okay, you can refresh once in a while to see if anyone else joined. And you will have several things in here. You can click, for example, on the name, and you will have their info card. Okay, the profile card. So you're going to see here, for example, what city is this person from, what company. Okay, you will have some information here. You can start a chat one-on-one with them by clicking on this green bubble. Okay, or you can even send them an email if you want to. You're not going to be able to see the email address of that person. However, you can send them an email. Okay, If I close that, you will see that you also have here this green bubble. Okay, so I can start a conversation with that person. The next icon is this silhouette. If I click on the silhouette, it's gonna take me to this attendee card. Okay, what does this attendee card does? Well, you will have the name of that attendee, okay? Their company, it's gonna show here, but you have several options. One, you can also send an email through here. But the other one is you can add this person to the watch list, okay? What the watch list is that you can send people into something that we kind of call like a favorite list, or not favorite per se, but anyone that you want to get in touch later, you can add it to the watch list, okay? If you said, you know what, I had a great conversation with Alexa, or she's interested in this specific topic, anything that you need to go back or that you want to have as a reference, you can go ahead and add her to the watch list, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna click here, and now it changed to remove from watch list, okay? As you can see, she has visited this booth once, and for now, she hasn't chatted with anyone just yet. Okay, I can add a note here. For example, she is interested in, okay? And I'm gonna click submit. So I have my note here. It's gonna appear your name at the top. Right now it says 60 rep because that's the name I put on my account. However, it's gonna have your name in here. So if you are more than one rep attending this booth, the other ones are gonna be able to see the notes and who add those notes, okay? You can add as many notes as you need. And you can download the notes, okay? If you want to download them after the session, you can do that after the live date, okay? The first day, for example, anytime that you want to download this, just go ahead and download from here. Okay, this is a place where you're gonna get those notes or those reports. So once I'm happy with this and I said, okay, I want her in there, I'm not gonna add any other notes, I'm gonna close this. She will remain in this list, okay, as an attendee. For example, let's say I wanna establish a one-on-one conversation with Gabriel, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna click on this green bubble. This little window will open at the bottom right. This is for chats one-on-one, okay? So if I say hello, he's gonna receive this message on his end, okay? And he's gonna be able to reply as he just did, okay? So you can keep in conversation with this person only, okay? If you wanna add someone else, you can click add to this chat and you can select anyone else. For example, I'm gonna select Alexa, which is the second person that is on my booth. Now, as you can hear, okay, there is that doorbell that is gonna ring when someone starts a conversation with you. Okay, the reason why you heard that is because I have Alexa's window open on my other monitor. Okay, so that's why you hear that. But when they start the conversation with you, you're gonna hear that sound. So if, for example, I say hello here and I minimize this, okay, once, in this case, Gabriel or Alexa reply back to me, which I'm gonna say hello, you see that this starts changing colors. That means that you have a message, okay? So just go ahead and open that, and then I can see the messages from them. If you wanna leave this chat, just click leave this chat, and voila, you're gone, okay? Going back to this lovely window, the second thing you're gonna do here is you will have a rep chat. What is that for? It's only for you to use, okay? If 5 of you or 3 of you are assigned to this same booth and you're gonna be here at the same time, you can communicate between you without anyone else seeing this, okay? So if, for example, you can say, okay, I'm having a conversation with Gabriel, okay? So maybe the second person or the other rep will see that and say, oh, okay, so let me take care of Alexa, okay? Or if you wanna share anything between you, you can use this chat, okay? As I said, only you as reps are gonna be able to see that. And I see a couple of questions. I will come back to those questions, okay? Now, you have the third tab here, which is the watch list. If I go to the watch list, remember we sent Alexa through here. Well, she will appear here and everyone that you add to that watch list. So you can come here, you can download a report of anyone that you sent, okay? So you will have that list. You can come again, click on the information, you can click on the profile card or attendee card, you can download the notes as well, okay? And if, for example, you have take care of this, okay? If you say, okay, I already contacted her, I gave her the information she needed, I don't no longer need her on that watch list, just go ahead and remove from the watch list. As you saw, it will disappear from here. However, you still have her on the attendees, okay? Fourth tab, the chat history. Chat history, what it's gonna give you is exactly who you have chatted with, which attendees you started a one-on-one conversation. In this case, the only one that I started a conversation was with Gabriel. Okay, so it's gonna appear here. I can refresh if I need to at some point. Okay, I can clear the chat history if you need to. Okay, but you still have the same information for them in here. Okay, you can add a note. For example, here now for Gabriel, it says his chat with the 6C rep. Okay, so here is where you're going to be, and actually it's chatting with, which means we still have this window open. That's why it says it's chatting with. However, it chatted with the 6 rep as well. So I'm going to leave this one, and this needs to be refreshed. And it can take a couple of seconds, okay? Just keep that in mind. But I'm going to go here, and now it is not chatting with anyone, okay? However, he chatted with the 6C rep. So you can see who they have chatted with. Okay. Now, for the last tab, okay, the rep checklist. You might have this, you might don't have this on your boots. However, if you do have this, here is a place where you might find like information pertinent for you, okay? Maybe best practices or frequent asked questions, any information that the owner of this boot wanted to share with you, okay? If you don't see this tab, it's because there was no information that they wanted to share, so no worries, you will have the other 3 tabs in here, okay? So this is the rep dashboard. And before I show you the public chat, I see a couple of questions here. So the chats, how long does they last? Well, it depends on you, okay? As long as you want to have the chat with them. Now, one thing for you to consider, if you refresh the page, the one-on-one chats will disappear. So if you want to save this chat, okay, I want to say hello, and I want to actually save the conversation, just go ahead and copy and paste it, because this one cannot be downloaded, okay? It can only be copy and paste. But do this before you refresh your page, because if you do refresh the page, these will disappear, okay? You can have chats on one-on-one chats with as many people as you need. Okay, your question about this chat history, you mean, lasting history. They will remain here until you clear the chat history. Okay, if you don't clear this, you will continue having attendees here that you have chatted with. Okay. Okay, I see another question here around if you are speaking with someone at your booth, do you have the capability to talk to them? Not through the platform. Everything here is through chat and type only. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you, let me see if there is another one here. Okay, here's another question. Will on the booth rep know if other rep has already spoken to that person? Yes, when you see the chat history and when you click in here and you see it had chatted with or chatting with. Okay, as you can see, his silhouette is now in another color. That is because he is in a chat with someone, in this case with me. If I go back to the attendees, Alexa, for example, is gray. because no one is chatting with her at the moment, okay? But also remember you have the rep chat. So you can actually come here and say, hey, anyone speaking with this person? If no one, go ahead and speak with them. Oh, about the name of the rep, if it's gonna show, yes, it's gonna show. For this demonstration, I just added my name as a rep. However, your names will appear, okay? They're gonna know who is in here in this info card. They are gonna have this view as well. And of course here, instead of saying 6C rep, it's gonna say, in this case, Adriana, okay? So yes, they will know the name of the reps and who is assigned. So they are gonna see a list in here. That list, by the way, for them, and also you will see that, it's in alphabetical order, okay? But if someone is offline, okay, if one of the reps is offline, that person will go to the bottom of the list, okay? So the ones that are online are gonna appear at the top, and the ones that are offline are gonna start appearing at the bottom. If all of you are connected, then it's gonna be in alphabetical order, okay? There's a question about if there will be volunteers in the booth helping. Not sure, Tamika, or if there's, not sure how about the volunteers.
Adriana, I'm not sure
yeah.
what the question, what they mean when they say volunteers. I can only assume if they're asking if there will be volunteers from Communicate, and the answer to that would be no.
Okay, yes, correct. Now, if you do have issues, okay, there's a help desk that you can go to, okay, in case you're having issues in your booth. Okay, help desk is, by the way, this last icon. Okay, so now let me see. I see, how do we view? Yes, the chat history here, it's going to remain. If you don't delete it, okay, if you don't clear the chat history, it's going to remain here. Same for the rep chat. As you can see, you can download this chat, okay? So if you don't delete this, it's going to remain there, okay? So you can download it later. Okay, let me see. Sorry. Okay, how are the candidate attendees and the company attendees connected? That is through this. I mean, when they go into your room or into your booth, I must say, they can click on the info card and they can start chatting with you. Okay, that's the way that you can start connecting with them. Although you have here, you also can find people by clicking here in this icon. Okay, you can see there's more people working right now. Well, you can come here and actually start a conversation with them. Okay, I'm not gonna do that, of course, because, well, they're working in something else. But that is another way. But the ones that are gonna be on your booth is, you're gonna find them here, okay?
Adriana, let me interject real quick. So everybody, I know we said chat box earlier, but whatever your questions are, please use the Q&A. If you look at the bottom of your screen, it has Q&A. Click on that to put your questions. That is how it'll help us to be able to track and manage the questions being asked so that they can be responded to. Do not use the chat box for your questions. Okay, we've posted in there to use the Q&A, but there are still people posting questions in the chat. Please use the Q&A function. Thank you.
Thank you, Tamika. When will this go live? This is gonna go live next week on September 1st. Okay, when we open the event, that is when it goes live. So you can get in, okay, and see everything. But this is, will all of our company reps be able to see everyone's chats with corporations we wish to engage? When you say everyone's chats, no, you're gonna be able to see your own one-on-one chats only. You're gonna be able to see, which is the other thing I'm gonna show you. This is the public chat, okay? You're gonna have one enabled. So as you can see, you can move windows around, okay? You can even resize the windows if you want to. or make it, well, actually this one I cannot make it smaller, but you can just move them around, okay? And have this. This one is a public chat, okay? That means that anyone, okay, can start a conversation with you, not just one-on-one. They can, and I'm gonna do this, okay? I'm gonna start hello, but someone else can come in, for example, Gabriel or Alexa for that matter, okay? She can actually go ahead, open that public chat and say, I have a question, okay? Everything here, it's gonna be visible for everyone, including the attendees, okay? You as reps and the attendees as well. If you see something like, for example, like Alexa saying, I have a question, you can reply to her and say, okay, let me contact you one-on-one. You can go ahead and delete these questions if you want to. Now, before you even do this, if you want to save this, you need to download the report first. Once you delete this, there is no way for you to recover the information, okay? So if I go ahead and I click delete and I say confirm, that is gone, okay? You will be able to pin a message. As you can see here, you can edit and pin a message and say, welcome all, for example. And that message will remain here at the top. So you can give them a message and you can change that message as many times as you want, okay? But this is the only chat that everyone else is gonna be able to see. The reps can also see this, all the reps, but the one-on-one chats, it's only, well, one-on-one. So there is no way for anyone else to see that. For networking purposes, will all reps have access to all other attendee reps? I think it's just what I explained around this. The only thing that you are not going to be able to is to be in the one-on-ones, okay? Or unless I am chatting with Gabriel and I want to bring another rep to help me or to be on this conversation, I can go ahead and add people to this chat, okay, remember? And I can say I'm going to add Adriana in this case. And then I can introduce them, okay? Like, for example, Gabriel, I introduced to you Adriana, she's gonna be able to help you, or I ask Adriana to join us because she knows more about the topic, okay? But you can add someone else in here. That is the only way that another rep can see the same chat that you're having here with someone, okay? Okay, there's a question around if you're gonna have the opportunity to see your booth prior to the conference.
So let me do that, Adriana, because
Yes.
there are several people asking that same question, and I was just going to address it all at once. We know everybody wants to see their booth. That is not going to necessarily be possible, you guys. We're building the booths for you. So you probably can't imagine, but it's taken a whole lot of time. We got 130 something booths being built out, and we have to hit a very tight deadline for communicated to do the testing of the site, so the site is ready to go for the conference. So the window of opportunity for everyone to view their booth, that is not really feasible. It may not, I know it's not ideal, but for us to promise to say that we can make that happen, I can't tell you that that's going to be, that's not a promise we can make. So we've discussed this, we've talked about it, but we just don't have the capacity. We don't have the staff to be able to do that at this time. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about that one.
Thank you, Tamika. Mm-hmm. Okay, so okay, so this is the way, as I was saying, that you can add someone else to chat with you, okay? So they can see this. Here in the one-on-ones, by the way, you have the option to translate if you need to. I mean, probably you won't need to, but just in case. Now, keep in mind something. If you were already chatting with this person, or actually once you add someone else, as you can see, I was chatting with Gabriel, okay? But as soon as I added, I'm sorry, Adriana to this chat, now I have a second tab, okay? So I can start typing and say, hello, Gabriel was interested in such and such, okay? And I can start another conversation, but you will still have your own chat with Gabriel. If you wanna leave this, just remember, leave this chat, okay? You will have tabs here for all your chats that you're having, okay? So you can find them. Okay, here it says, is there a way to download and print the chat? yes, for the public chat, yes, you can click on download. It will give you a document, an Excel document actually, with the information, okay, that of everything that happened in here. Same for the rep chat in here, or well, the watch list, you can download the report as well. Let me see what else here. Okay, will there be an app we can have on our phone for the booth and chat? If you mean like having something attached, I mean, you can open the event on your phone. If your phone has the capacity, it will open on your phone and you will be able to see it from there. Okay, now that might look tiny, but yes, you're gonna be able to. Let me see what else here. Okay, are reps able to see all participating vendor booths? Tamika, you wanna answer that one? Or maybe you already did.
Well, I thought that would be something you would share with them, how to move from booth to booth.
Oh, of course. Okay, that's what they are referring to. Perfect. So yes, let me close this, okay? So if you want to, right now, these are still not functional because we are still working on this, okay? But on the day of the live event, you're gonna be able to go back to the exhibit hall, okay? Go to the next booth and go to the previous booth. Okay, for now, I'm gonna use the same icon that I used at the beginning, okay, to go to the halls. So here, if I want to go to another one, I can say, for example, this one that is the first one, I click on it and it will open that other booth for me. Okay, so that's the way you can actually change from one to the other. You can go back to the exhibit hall as well, and you can search for another company, just click on it, and you will be in their booths. Okay, so yes, you can do that. Now, keep in mind something. When you leave here, you're no longer going to be able to see your public chat or the rep dashboard. Okay, so if you're going to go to see other booths, that's fine. Just remember, until you come back to your booth, you're going to be able to see this function because you are only assigned as rep on your booth. Okay, so if you go out of the booth, well, then you're not going to be able to see that anymore.
Now, Adriano, if somebody come and visit their booth while they're in another booth, wouldn't they get a notification of some sort?
They get a notification if they are offline. Yes, if they are offline, and we check that option, they will get an email saying someone visit your booth. And actually it says Adriana visit your booth while you were offline. But if you are online, but you are not on the booth, no, you're not going to receive one. This chat actually opens your public chat as well. Okay, so you have two options to open it, here at the top or here where it says chat. How much time do you have to chat during the one-on-one chats? Is there a suggested amount of time? Well, no, there's not like a time per se. It more depends on what you're chatting with them. I mean, now if you have a lot of attendees and this particular attendee is taking a lot, maybe you can schedule some time with them later or say, okay, so you know what, I'm going to send you that information by email, something like that. So you can go to other attendees on your booth. Okay, I think it more depends on the flow of your booth and how many people you have at the moment and how many reps are actually in there managing those attendees. Okay, that is going to be the time that you're going to spend with a specific person. Okay, there's a question on how do you enroll your company reps to attend on behalf of? Actually, the team is going to contact you for that information and they will make sure that they are added to your booths. Okay.
Yes, I think Biko will cover that, but it was part of the email that went out for this training. There was a link and there were instructions in that same communication on how to do that.
Okay. I see another question here around how can you list the schedule of who reps is going to be available at the booth. I will recommend that you use the pin message, okay, and say, for example, hello, from 10 to 12, you, I don't know, Pico and Adriana be here with you, okay? So they will know the times. When you're about to switch, you can say now who is in there, okay? So you can do this on the pin message. Remember, you can change it as many times as you want. By the way, I need to remove this. Otherwise, this is going to appear on this booth. Are the logins and the booths for the career fair the same as the BOB? The login is exactly the same. The booths, well, that is something that we need to ask the team. If you have another one, okay, in the BOE, but I think you have just one. Tamika, maybe you can respond to that one.
Yeah, the logins are the same regardless of what day you're coming in. Your login is for the entire length of the conference, September 1st through the 3rd.
And the booth is exactly the same, right? No one has a duplicate booth?
No, some people have booths on Career Fair Day, which is that Monday, and some have booths also for the BOE, which starts on the Tuesday. So you're still going to log in. You will still get to your booth the same path. It'll just be a different exhibit hall.
Correct. So yes. So the difference is the only difference is that let me take this away. I'm sorry. I'm in another screen, clicking on another screen. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna click here, and you have right now 2 exhibit halls, right? So the first one is for the career fair. Once we have the other one enabled, you're gonna be able to click on that and go to your booth. Okay.
But only one exhibit hall will be active on the
Yes.
day that is active. So you don't have to worry about picking between the two or getting confused between the two. Career Fair booth exhibit hall will only be active on September 1st. The BOE exhibit hall will only be active September 2nd and 3rd.
Correct. So when you click on here, you're not going to see these 2 options. You're only going to see one. Okay. And actually, you're not even going to see this window. It's going to take you directly to that exhibit hall. I see here, will there be a separate training if we are assigned to the registration desk? I think you mean to the rep, being as rep, and this is the training for that. Well, this one was already answered, the one how you assign the reps to your booths.
There's no separate training for Career Fair. Career Fair, BOE, all of this is the same training. It's the same thing. The only thing is they have different purposes, but the training is the same.
Someone is asking, will we know the participants, both corporate and MBES, prior to the event?
I'm not sure. Let me find that question. Okay, well, I don't know. Which question did you pick?
Sorry, I think it was 2, but it's one from Catherine Watson. 2 it came at 2:31. I'm sorry.
Participants.
Yeah,
oh,
actually.
will we know the participants? I don't know if I understand that question.
Maybe the list of the participants that are going to attend. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the question, but I know we're not providing data prior to the conference because it says prior to the event.
Correct.
People can buy tickets all the way up to the day of, so it would be impossible for us to give you a list of participants.
And by the way, I went up to the list. I'm sorry. Will on booth rep know if another rep has already spoken to that person? This one I already responded to that one from Lynn. The only way to know that, well, is looking at that rep dashboard and see if there is chatting with someone. Will it show the name of the rep or just the company name? That one I already answered as well. Will we receive we will receive the resume book following the event. Not sure what the resume book is. Is that like the reports?
Oh, the resumes for the career fair. I think there's a note that Biko's going to answer this.
Okay.
So, I don't know, Biko, do you want to answer that now?
Oh, yeah, I think he's answering the second one. There are two with the same question, actually. Someone else is asking, we will have access to set up the rep checklist for our company reps to reference. And I think the answer is, well, you need to.
I guess I don't understand the question. Will we have access to set up the rep checklist?
Yeah, they're not going to have access to get into this rep checklist. They have the option to add like frequent asked questions or things that they want to say to their reps. This information, well, they directly are not going to have access to it, but I don't know if they should send it to you, Tamika, or well, to the team, so you can add it in here.
Well, I don't know if the team's going to be able to do that. I don't know. We have to discuss that offline. They'll have, is this something easy for them to do themselves, Adriana?
No, it needs to be done on the back end.
Okay, so, well then that's something that needed to have been submitted prior to.
Yes.
Because that means that's part of this build out process, and we're at the wire with that.
Now the other option is you can send that to your reps and they can have it on their computers. I mean, they don't need to have it here. They can have it on their computers to answer to those questions. So that's the turnaround, like send them directly to them. Can we open these future chat rooms? Oh, on August 31st? No, I don't think we can open that ahead of time. We are going to open until September 1st. Will there be a job aid with these instructions? No, actually, we're only going to send you the recording so you can come back and rewatch if you need. How long after the conference will the exhibitors have access to this information? Tamika, do you have a deadline, a date that you're going to give them to access?
To be able to access this information?
Yeah, to go, I'm assuming they're asking to go back and download the reports.
I don't remember what we came up with. I have to ask the team. I thought we said 30 days, but I don't remember. So I have to, I don't know, team, if you guys have the number, you can unmute and say that, but if not, just make a note to make sure we communicate that out.
I don't, but we can get that data and send it out to them.
Okay.
Okay. Should you always go offline before you leave your booth, or it's only done if you are the only rep present? No, once you finish your shift and you're going to go away, just make sure that you click here and click log out. And that's it. If you want to provide a document for the attendees, okay, you can do that by clicking here. Clicking on the envelope, you can add that document and send that information to that specific attendee. Okay, as I said, you're not going to be able to see their email address. However, you're going to be able to send them an email. And the other way around, they are going to be able to send you emails. However, they are not going to get your email address. Okay, unless you reply and give it to them. Am I able to set appointments for Corp to visit my booth or to visit theirs or to set pre-arranged chats? I don't think I know that answer.
I don't know, which one are you reading?
Let's see, is the third one that says, actually Daniel Jackson is answering, so I think he got that one.
Okay. Dan, is that something you're answering? Am I able to set appointments for corporations to visit my booth or to visit theirs?
No, but from what we talked about, this is something that we cannot do inside the platform, but we do. If you decide to use something outside of there to set up these times, then that is a best practice.
So that's where you can have appointment time, use an outside, I think this is where, I think Tony may have suggested this, they use an outside scheduling tool, and you can have Zoom calls or whatever the platform is you want to use outside of the platform. But inside of this platform, you're only going to engage with them via chat, but you do have the option to take it offline. That is, you are free to do that.
Okay. Okay, here someone is asking, can we get the list of the participants on the corporate? I think we already answered that one. How long with this system and data will available? They are gonna send you an email around that. So
Okay, the link for job seekers to register and seek jobs, that is, who has that link? Who can drop that in the chat box? Can somebody drop that in the chat box? All the links to the career fair.
Yep, I'll put that link in the chat for the.
So see the chat box for that. That's connected off of the website. I'm not sure. I see the career fair specific training. This training was all about understanding how to navigate the booth, how to get into the conference, regardless of what day you're engaging, the career fair or the BOE. So in terms of knowing, how will you know the volume of interest to determine the number of managers? That's based off of registration, and registration is still open. So, I mean, there's no way for us to predict that and give you a number right now. Registration is still open. In terms of appointment scheduling, I don't know, Bill, maybe this is something we need to take offline with the career fair team on how to help companies who want to do pre-scheduling of appointments. So I'm just going to say, let's take this information and share it with the career fair team. This needs to be part of something to communicate out, because there seems to be some areas where clarity is needed. Adriana, what do you give in terms of best practices? I think there's a perception that you just kind of sit and wait for chats.
well, that is, I mean, you're gonna sit, yes, in your booth to see who joined your booth. However, as I said, you can see who else is on the environment by clicking here on attendees, and you will see everyone that is connected. Okay, you can start like adding people. I mean, right now I see Vico is in here. I don't know if he's doing something else, but I can start a chat with him and invite him to go to my booth, for example. Okay, you can do that as trying to engage attendees. So it's not only this. The thing is that this one will give you who is on your booth, but you can search for anyone else on the entire event. Okay, so that's the way that you can actually go ahead and well, talk to other attendees that are not currently on your booth. I see one here that says, what icon does reps who are assigned to registration click on, and what booth are they assigned to? Well, you're going to be assigned to your company's booth, and they need to tell you exactly the name of your booth so you can go in. What is the click to get in is just log in with your email address, okay, or how you registered, and just remember to go to the icon that is going to show you the exhibit hall, find your company's name or your booth, and just come here. Okay. At what time on the 1st does the system go live? if I am not mistaken, and Tamika, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's at 9 a.m. Eastern.
The conference, yeah, it's at conference start. Now, if there's something we may want to, well, yeah, I'm sorry. So it goes live, I think at 9 a.m. on September 1st. Are there things the companies will need to do or in their booths prior to? Because if that's the case, then we probably need to have it live sooner so they can go in and do whatever they need to do.
Not really. They just need to go to the booth, find the booth, open this dashboard, and that's it. And the public chat. So it takes them a couple of minutes. Of course, since they haven't seen their booth, well, they're going to be clicking around, I'm assuming. But other than that, not really. There's nothing else that they can come here and pin their message. That is something that they can do. Okay. So by the way, I have an update that someone just left. Okay.
So team, let's talk about that. We may need to just open it early to allow companies to go in and to get familiar with it, to practice all those other things that may be helpful. So we probably need to open it a lot sooner.
Yes. Okay. I have here another question around how they will locate. If you want to send emails to your customers on how to locate your booth, just let them know when they get into the event. They're going to be on the lobby. Okay. They can then click on the icon for the exhibit hall, find your booth, and just click on it. Okay. That is a way that you can do that. Actually, I can go back to the lobby and these will be active as well. So you can even say to them that they can click from here. Okay. For the career fair is just by clicking on the third icon. It will take them directly into this and then they can go ahead and select the booth. Okay. As I just did. And they will be here. They can scroll, by the way, they can keep on scrolling on that exhibit hall as well, not just the way I did it. Okay, but that's the way they can get in.
So okay. If you wanted, I saw somebody who had a question about sending out an e-blast. So if you wanted to invite somebody to your booth, you just give them instructions to basically go to click on the exhibit hall. Once they log into the platform, click on the exhibit hall icon, and there will be a directory, and they would just scroll the directory to come to your booth. So no, we don't have booth numbers, but there'll be a directory listed. I think it's in alphabetical order.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so they just go in alphabetical order to click on your company's name.
Correct. For the attendees, what do you see when you click on them? Only their name? No, if you click here, you will be able to see their company name, their title, city, state, more information, actually. Okay, so let me go ahead and click that. I answer that. For September the 2nd, they are also asking at what time are we gonna open that. All
right, so everybody, we will open, we will communicate, we will send out a communication with some of these details, when the system is live, when you can go in and start looking at things. We'll send a communication out. We'll make sure it's open before everything starts. So let the team reconvene, we'll craft a communication and we'll send that out. Okay,
I see several questions that are kind of the same, so
it's not a problem in terms of opening it up early, guys. This is a fast moving ship. We're just trying to pull everything together. So I'm just asking everybody to be a little patient. We're trying to work through all your questions as we're trying to build out a virtual conference that we've never done before. So we appreciate your questions. Is getting us to think about some things we didn't necessarily think about. So this will be part of the communication we send out. So team, just make sure you have a note of this. This is part of what we want to send out in terms of next steps, because we have other communications we're going to be sending out this week. So we'll add that to the list, when you can get into the system and what time it'll be open and all those other things.
Okay, I see. Okay, I see one question. I know a lot of questions are kind of the same. So I'm trying to search for other ones that are not. What are the responsibilities of the people at the registration help? I'm assuming that's for the reps. Well, responsibilities to engage with the attendees. If they are pinging them, they need to reply back. But other than that, I don't know. Probably that's something that your company needs to tell you about, what is the responsibilities. But for this, it's a list being available for the attendees if they need information or they want to ask something, that someone is available for them. Okay, let me do this. The name of the reps, yes, they are going to be listed here as I show you in the info representatives that is here at the top. If we click on it, you will see the names of everyone that is a rep.
But is that the rep for every company or just for your company?
Now, this is only for your booth. So for this company, you're going to see the reps listed here. If there are 3, there are going to be 3 here. If you go to another booth and they have 10 reps, the 10 reps are going to be listed in their booth only. So this is only for your booth. Okay, so when an attendee goes into your booth, they're going to click on it and they're going to say, oh, because they're not going to see this window. Okay, if I'm acting like an attendee, I come here and I say, oh, there's only 1 rep. I'm going to start a chat with them. Okay, because I want to ask this person something around the company. If we have 5, I can decide who I want to establish a conversation with. Okay, but this is for the attendees. And well, you are going to see this as well, but they are going to have the names only for that booth.
Okay, and let me add something in here. So we thought that everybody was aware of this. This decision was made over a month or so ago. The BOE is 2 days. It is the first half. It's the morning on the 2nd, and it's the afternoon on the 2nd. So it's 2 half days. It's not 2 full days. It's 2 half days. So yes, the BOE is split between 2 days. The second, September 2nd is going to start in the morning. No, I'm sorry. I had it backwards. It's starting in the afternoon. So the September 2nd, the BOE starts in the afternoon. September 3rd, it will be in the morning. So it's 2 half days. So we did that because the feedback we got, it would be easier for staffing purposes and planning purposes because it is a virtual conference versus having a booth staff the entire day. So that's why we split it up into 2 days.
Now I see another question here around if you are registered with your company and access your company's booth, you are a rep for your company? No. They need to send that information for you to be added as a rep. If they didn't send that, if you are from that company and you get into that booth, you're not going to appear as a rep. You're going to appear as a regular attendee.
Yes, so everybody, Biko or someone, can you put the link in the chat box? If you got the email for this training, in that same email, there's a link. There's the second part of the message deals with booth registration and booth representatives. So there's a link for you to submit the names of the individuals who's going to be working in your booth. I believe the deadline to have that information submitted is Wednesday. We sent out a reminder email earlier today. That link is there, is in that communication as well. But if somebody on my team can drop that in the chat box, that would be great. So everyone needs to get their registration, their registrants information submitted by close of business on Wednesday or end of Wednesday.
So I think this question was answered with that.
Also, I'm sorry, Adriana.
No.
Dan, can you post the link to the schedule of events, the microsite? Let's drop all those helpful links in the chat box because somebody's asking about actual times for both days. Can you put the schedule, the link to the schedule of event in the chat box? And that would give the time for everything. I'm not sure what they wanted actual times for, but that would give the times there as well.
Okay, posting that now.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I think I have covered all of the questions around how you're gonna see the rep dashboard and public chat and how you can start a one-on-one conversation. So I'm gonna turn it back to Tamika. She needs to close this out.
All right, Adriana, I see there's I don't know, we'll have to talk through this. Somebody asking about to demo the visitor experience. Can you demo what the visitor experience will look when they click on the different components of the booth? I know you went through that. So I don't know if someone missed that earlier, but
the components as the rep dashboard, you click here at the top, or are they referring to like the videos and resources and everything that is in here?
I'm not sure. Because I think all the videos and stuff, they're not active right now.
No, some of the things are not still ready. Okay, so the only thing, imagine the attendees coming here. The only thing that the attendee is not going to see is this rep dashboard. The rest is something that the attendees are going to see. It's going to look exactly the same way as it's looking for you right now, except for the rep dashboard, because that is only for you. Okay, so you can open that and have all the windows that we went through. Okay, and you can open the public chat as well. Have it here. Have I'm sorry, the rep dashboard on the other side. Okay, if you need it. If you don't need it for some reason, close it. That's fine. You can have the public chat. I will recommend that you have the public chat open at all times because that's the only way you're going to know that people are chatting here and you can respond to them. Okay.
What is this? Go to the actual lobby. So, Adriana, can you quickly go back to the actual lobby?
Sure.
Everybody, and just kind of show them how they would get to the different rooms. So the different auditoriums or how they will see whatever is listed.
Okay, you can click here on the auditorium, for example. It will take you there. We have another auditorium, but it's obviously not going to be, okay. We're just work in progress, okay? But this is the way, this is actually the second auditorium. If you want to go to the hub, you click here and it will take you there. Or you can use these icons here at the left, okay? You can go to the networking lounge. The last icon is the help desk, okay? You can go to the help desk if you need to ask a question, you can do that, just type it here. Don't worry, it comes through even if you don't see it, okay? I'm gonna just show you this. If I click submit, you're not gonna be able to see my question. However, on the back end, we will be able to see that and we will respond to you, okay? So don't worry, it is coming through. This is the way it's supposed to work. So that is how you can go to all of the places you need to go, okay?
All right, Adriana, real quick, because I know you have another training.
Yes, I need to drop.
Yeah, the icons, this is the same view that everyone will see when they log in, right? Regardless
Correct.
of their role.
Yes. Correct.
I was asking what the blue and white icons are. What do they represent? I think if you hover over it, it gives you a description, correct?
Yes, it does. Here it gives you, or what? On this?
Yes. Those.
Oh, yes. It says, click here to return to the lobby. It says to see the auditoriums, to the halls, to the meeting rooms,
yes,
to the lounges, to the custom rooms. Okay, so you can go to that. Actually, we need to change this. I will change that. Attendees, chat, and briefcase. Okay, And for some
Right.
reason, if, by the way, if you don't see everything, you can set up your browser at 80% and you will see everything.
Okay. All right, so everybody, I know there's a lot of, you still got other questions, but we have to bring this to to an end. We had an hour scheduled for the training, as Communicate has another training they have to participate in. So we will send out the training link. With that, we will resend again the link for you to register your participants. It was in the email that was sent about this training. So some said they didn't get it. If you got the training information, you got the link and the details, but we will resend it with the training link as well. And we'll communicate some of the other pieces we said we would share, and we'll try to get some of the items that we didn't get a chance to cover and get a communication out to you on that as well. Team, anything you guys want to share, or are we good?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Are we able to download the Q&A, Dan?
I believe we are. So I will do that and get that to you guys.
Okay. All right, so we'll download that and we'll get everything else set up. All right, so thank you all for joining us in this training. We will again get this information out to you, and we'll include the updated links and follow-up information as well. All right, thanks Adriana and team.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
All right, thanks, you too.